Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Prawn for Your Thoughts. I am the Sexy Prawn, and this week I'm talking about a subject that no living creature on the face of the planet can avoid. Of course, I am talking about death itself. Personally, I've not ever lost a loved one, and I hope I never have to in the future. But if that day should come, then let it be known, I will do things that will sound ridiculous. I'd cry, I'd wail, I'd beg, I'd do anything to keep my loved ones alive. But no, I wouldn't. That's the point. This is a discussion I had with my friend today. Got him to talk about this. He was saying he would do all that. I wouldn't though. I would never do anything like that. I would accept it, because no matter how much you cry, no matter how much you beg, no matter how much you miss them, they're nothing anymore. They have died and moved on. They could go to heaven, they could go to hell, they could go whatever you believe in. I hope that there is a positive afterlife. There is definitely a positive afterlife. In fact, there has to be. But there's something else beyond our world, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care if you believe it or not, but there is. Look at the number of people believing in Christianity. Look at the number of people believing in Judaism, which is basically the same thing as Christianity. The only difference is Christianity is like a one-up version of Judaism for some reason. Look at every religion, in fact. Almost all of them believe that there's some form of spiritual upperness. I don't really know a better phrase to put it. Hindus believe in reincarnation. They believe there's a better stage after this one, and there could well be. Catholics, they believe in heaven. I'm not sure about other religions really. I've not got a wide knowledge. So please leave a comment if you know anything about any religions I might not have heard of. Especially if you know anything about Pastafarianism. They worship a giant meatball monster in the sky. Don't know how that ever came to pass. Anyway, some people say that death is the most horrible thing that can ever happen. Others say it's the best thing to ever happen. Now here's a question for you, for all you naysayers. Imagine this. Your friend, because some of you might not have family, your friend is dying in a hospital bed. He's got lung cancer. He's in extreme agony at all times of the day, 24/7. He can barely sleep through the pain he is constantly in. Is it not better for his life to end then? But at the same time, there is people out there that do not deserve to die as early as they have. I mean, seen a thing a couple of years ago. One of my relatives told me about it. This doctor, this trainee doctor she knew, she just finished medical school. She was 2 weeks into her internship. She gets hit by a bus. Instantaneous death. Well, almost, I assume. She could have saved millions of lives. But she never got the chance to. She really didn't. And that's a sad thing. So, I would just like to state my opinion on death itself. I believe death will happen to us all, and we need to learn to accept it for who we really are. I know that doesn't make quite sense, but we all have our own ways of dealing with death. I know some of my friends will like to ignore it, they like to continue their own lives. Some of them want to mourn for years. Personally, I want to see the body, that's it. If I see a body and I touch it, I feel the end of that person, I think I'd be at peace. Because there's some things in this world I cannot explain. And that's one of them. Death, it will happen. It's absolutely inevitable for it happening to us. everything dies. Everything dies. Some die quicker than others, some die so fast that we wish we had more time. Then of course there are some of us that die slowly, agony. They're not the lucky ones, the fast ones are the lucky ones. But here's something for a thought for you, ladies and gentlemen. If I ever get diagnosed with cancer, I will never get chemotherapy. Not once, not ever. Because my fate has been decided. My fate has been decided that this is what I'm to have. I will get painkillers for it, I will not treat it. It will kill me in its due course. If my body has the chance to recover from it, then good. If not, then good also. Well, that's all for now, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the Sexy Prawn. Prawn for your thoughts. I will see you, but you won't see me.